What's up, guys? I'm your host, John from Incline.
And I'm Shane from Heads and Tails.
And welcome to the Beleaguered Breeders. Yeah, we screwed it up again. That's all right. We had it all planned out. But welcome to an amazing show. I promise you guys, you are tuned in to the most amazing podcast in the world. We're taking that title tonight. I swear we've got Keys Constrictors backstage with us. Everybody who made it out tonight, I just want to give a huge thank you. We're not going to go through probably and pull up every single comment today, but we want to say thank you for coming out. As always, make sure you like this video, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the notification bell on this channel. And we have Terence and Keysha. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's going on?
Oh man, we screwed up. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. We were like changing it all around like backstage, and it's like, I think we both got confused, or I confused them or something.
He literally said like, "Oh, let's do this," and then when we went live, he was like, "Oh, never mind." I was like, "Oh,
I got it.
It's all good."
Your intro was funny. It was just like, "Welcome," or "We're about to," and that was that was perfect.
Hey, it's an evolving show. Yeah, we're getting, every week we're gonna keep learning and getting better and stuff. But it's all right.
Everybody, you guys have seen them on Hair Down Fridays. You've seen them on Balls and Things, possibly at your local show if you guys go to Tinley or Orlando. Keys Constrictors in the building. What's going on, Keys?
What's good?
Keysha, what's going on?
How y'all doing? How y'all doing in the chat too? What's really good?
Yeah, for sure. The chat's blowing up. We got everybody up in there.
You know what? Let me see who's up here. Man, we already got 65 comments. Holy crap. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Is there anybody want to shout out? I think we got so many comments. Who you guys shouting out today?
Bomb Projects.
We got to represent Bomb Projects.
We got Lady Tiz.
Lady Tiz, I see Lady Tiz in the chat. What's good?
Yeah. I got one of our sponsors, Florida Rattery too.
Yeah, nice. Come on, nice.
And Brian's Army represent for Brian too.
Oh, nice.
Heck yeah, and we are definitely gonna get into that. Real quick though, I know you guys just took that trip to Tinley.
Yeah, Tinley.
I've seen a bunch of clips from it. If you guys haven't seen the clips, you guys need to go and watch them. But tell me about that a little bit.
Tinley sucked. It was like the worst place I've ever been.
No.
Like, horrible snakes, horrible people. Worst food I ever had in my life. It was crazy, man.
Oh yeah,
never going back.
Yeah.
Never going back.
Funny.
Now that's all cat. Loved it.
Loved it. Absolutely.
Loved it. It was crowded as hell, but it was still fun. It's like I didn't see everything. We spent dinner every second that they were open there, but still didn't see everything. It was too much going on. Kicked it with a lot of great people. Had fun at Derek's house. You know what I'm saying?
Some
people in the chat right now was there too. I see Allie and Billy. They was there. My sis, Lady Tiz, was there too. He was in the building turning up. Like the homie Pat.
I'm trying to look at the comments, but not like be looking down the whole time. So please forgive me and him.
You're good. Hey, so as far as food out there, did you guys get any of the classic Chicago food, Italian beef, Chicago dogs, or pizza?
We got the Italian beef.
Oh yeah, I love Italian beef.
I gotta get the Italian beef. I love that, like that hot, like I don't know if it's French onion soup or whatever it is. It's so good. Every single bite is just like an explosion of that beefy flake. I love it.
Do y'all get cheese on them or no cheese?
Oh,
yeah, cheese.
Cheese?
Provolone.
All right. Peppers
provolone.
or no peppers?
Oh man.
I like peppers. I get sweet and hot peppers. I
like the peppers too.
You get the loaded fries though, the loaded French fries.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So what was your guys' favorite restaurant out there, or what restaurant did you guys hit up if you guys did?
That's the only place we hit up, I think.
Yeah.
Derek cooks. He cooked for us, so it's like
Derek
and his wife Joe cooked, and we were good as far as food is concerned. Like the whole weekend, we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Left on Monday, and they took care of us.
Oh man, I am horrible at cooking Italian beefs.
Hey, Derek, if
Shouts
you're
out to
watching,
Derek.
I'll be
Well,
there
we
in
didn't cook that.
October.
We went and got that.
That's the one thing we went to
That's
go
what
get. I'm gonna have to learn how to make it because it was so good. I mean, I think you just make the sandwich, you just like dip it in the, or you pour it on, or dip it. So yeah, I'm gonna figure it out because I can't wait until October for another one. I don't want to wait. Let me say.
Man, that sounds so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that's the best thing about traveling. Like, is just trying different food. Like, oh my gosh. Oh man.
That's why we want to go to. Well, that's not why we want to go to Arlington, but we've heard so much about the food in Texas. So
Wayne and Alice, what's up?
looking forward to that.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah.
soon.
All right, so Texas, everybody
Hey,
thinks
darling,
barbecue
love you too.
Texas. Not ribs. Don't go with ribs.
Oh,
Ribs. What, in Texas?
Yep, it's brisket. That's
Oh,
what
I
they're
love
good at. They're good at
She loves
cooking
brisket.
brisket and
She loves
sausage.
I love
Like those
brisket.
are the
I
ones.
don't like sauce.
I feel
I
like
don't
the
know what a
ribs,
brisket
Yeah, I like
the
sauce.
bones getting away. Just give me the meat. Just give me the actual food that I can eat. So I love brisket. I love burnt ends. So if
Yeah,
those are good,
yeah, for sure. See, they don't have those, and most of them, like whenever they do ribs, it's beef ribs, so it's like a huge
My
dinosaur
name is
rib. You know,
Terence.
you're like,
Erectile dysfunction.
What they
Call me
call 'em?
Keith. That how's your boy last name? Twitter. Keys. Tayshawn. Keyshawn. Keysha and Keyshawn.
but heck
That'd be
yeah.
weird if her names was Keysha and Keyshawn. But my name is Terence Keys. Last name Keys.
That's so funny.
And like first four digits, the first four letters of her name is Keys. Keysha. So it's dope.
You
I
have
know that's
some
crazy. That
shit.
blows me away every
It almost
time.
dope is that name. That name is super dope. Yeah, but T dot how's your boy?
Yeah.
I used to be my joint, like back in the day, phones used to have like a signature at the end.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
T dot holla @ your boy last name Keys. Long as fuck. T dot holla your boy last name Keys.
He's extra sometimes.
I'm extra most of the time. Nah, I'm actually calm on our shows. I'm saying I can't be too loud, but for this show I can be me without her getting mad at me. She's like, you can't do that. You can't do that. She was trying to tone me down.
Yeah. So I got a question
down.
for you guys. How did you guys meet? You know, how long you guys been together? How'd that whole story start and get into family life? You know, how that turned into Keys Constrictors and everything.
We met in 2002.
3 probably. 2002? It's been 20 years that I've known this man. It's been a long time.
Man.
Yeah, we were kids. Man.
You're babies.
Oh my gosh.
At Home Depot.
I'm not gonna lie, you guys like look my age or
We
younger.
both worked in the
It's
paint
crazy.
department. Paint department.
Yeah.
Heck
So,
yeah.
I guess the long story is I was brand new working there. It was my first week there. Hardly, had any training, and our manager, it happened to be their birthday. So they had a birthday party in New York.
In New York City.
For everyone in the department. And since I was new and they didn't know me, I was stuck in the department by myself, closing while the whole department was in New York having a party, right? So, right. So he actually went to the party in New York, came all the way back to New Jersey to clock in and help me close. Some girl he didn't even really know yet because I was working the rest of the week. It was just, so.
I do lame shit like that for people.
Yeah.
Damn, I think my fucking lame thing because I'm lame.
So yeah, that's how the story started.
I set my lady up pretty similarly, She's sweet things at the right time.
That's how lame I am. Look at that. I'm super lame. Only lame people do shit like that. Nah, I just that's the type of cat I am.
Come on.
Like, I'm always like, it was the right thing to do for whatever reason. Yeah. Like I always try to do the right thing, no matter what it is. No matter what if it's beneficial. Most times it's not beneficial to me, but no matter what it is, I'm gonna do it. So that was the right thing to do.
Mm.
And now look what happens.
It's one of those gifts and curses. Gets me in trouble sometimes.
Not as much as it used to. But because of that, here we are today. Because he wanted to do the right thing.
That's awesome. So when did the whole snake thing start then?
Oh, we had pet snakes back in the day. We had ball pythons,
okay.
believe it or not. We had ball pythons. And then life happens and we didn't have any ball pythons no more. I think one died because the snake was like crazy and he would drink and not leave his head. You gotta pull his head out the water and just stop him from drinking. And my friend who was watching the snake, who wanted to see the snake, never pulled his head out of water and passed away. And another snake got lost in this building, and I never seen the snake again. So we've been out of ball pythons for forever. And then 2019, we went to go get leopard gecko at it was Daytona Repticon.
It was our first time.
They went to NRB BE, and it was our first time at any reptile convention at all. And we went there. We went to go get a leopard gecko, and we seen this is my first time ever seeing a snake a morph besides the classic super classics. And we saw a banana. It like blew my freaking mind, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And the couple was like just talk to us about snakes. She said, hey, so what are your breeding plans and breeding projects and all that? Like, what? What are you talking about breeding? Like, what are you talking about? And it's like, yeah, like the breed that you're gonna breed, right? Because these snakes cost money. Don't you want to get your money back? This and that. I'm like, no, I'm not even thinking about that right now. Like basically, my head's like, you can miss me with this. They talking nonsense. But they were. It was cool. They were black, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm still with that stigma that black people don't. Besides me, everyone's like, I don't know anybody that like black that like snakes. So it was crazy. Like talking about snakes. So I didn't take their name or anything like because I never thought I was gonna see them. I never had any intention ever going to another convention again. So we just like, all right, whatever. We kept it moving. Walked around for a little bit, and then we saw another snake, a butter, right? And this dude was like. And still, this is my second morph I've seen. Like, oh man, this is crazy. This is a beautiful looking snake. And dude sold it to us for $20, right? He said, "Oh, you like this snake? You can have it." Like, I was like, how much is it? $20. Like, you serious? It's like, so yeah. So I didn't ask him no questions. This idiot didn't ask me no questions. Didn't ask me, do I know anything about snakes? Do I know how to take care of them? He was an idiot. He shouldn't have did that.
Yeah, that snake. It was a runt. It was tiny. We don't even think it had its first meal yet. It was just there. We don't think
for real.
Yeah, it didn't want to eat when we got
we had to learn how to fist feed this snake. You could tell this snake was, and it had this like skinny head too.
Yeah, I think it had he grew out of it, thankfully.
I'll show you.
But his head was like a little squish looking and weird. He had an eye cap, and we started with like a kind of beat up little baby snake, and we had to learn on the fly.
That's how I got on YouTube, because they had to learn how to assist feed a snake and learn ourselves. So I went on YouTube. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. All these snake people and all these videos, so much, and this is like, and we I just watched. Then I got addicted to watching videos. So I just got that became my life, is watching YouTube snake videos.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I went to work and I started talking about snakes. I was talking about snakes all the time. I was like, just came to happen that a couple people at my job were breeding snakes, which is bananas, because we never talked about snakes before. And one dude, he's telling me all this stuff, and it just it was going in one ear and not the other. But every day I was like, he was like explaining to me what hets and stuff was. I'm like, all right, okay. But it was still so interesting. I just kept running to him. Then I started picking this up, and I'm watching all these videos, and I'm like, and Keysha seen that I was into it. She was like, oh man, like, you really into it. I was like, yeah, I'm thinking my breeding. And she took that and ran with it. She went there and started making the logo. She did the Instagram and she made a YouTube channel. She made TikTok, Twitter. Now we ain't using this stuff. She made all this stuff. And then May 2020. Now mind you, only snake I got is that butter still. So the
whole company is like being branded.
Everything is set up. Everything is set up. And then she came, oh, I got this name like Keys Constrictors. Like, oh, well, we can't use that name. Because my friend's name was ARS Constrictors. I'm like, oh, I was still his name. Still not knowing that. So I went to him like, dude, can I have the name? He said, yeah. I took the name from Corey, a friend of mine, Corey CD Constrictors. So
who we didn't know at the time.
Which is crazy. And
I'm sorry.
Butter, one of your story. Y'all might know the story.
BPL.
Yeah, BPL. So, Butter being one of your first morphs, what do you think about putting Butter in albino and clown to flip the pattern? Because Butter with albino flips the pattern. And when you put it with clown, instead of having a white stripe, it'll be a orange stripe. Well, in theory, I don't know. I haven't seen one.
It's interesting.
But I've noticed like that pickup by looking at albino black pastel and then albino butter black pastel, and you can see the color flip. I was wondering if
never
you
thought
guys
about
are
that.
interested in working still torn
it's
something
just-
with butter.
I don't
It's
even
something
like.
you
I
notice,
don't like
like, we were,
albino.
Yeah, we were like cruising.
Oh, it's all albinos though, not just
Not a fan
albino,
of-
like anything, Ultramel, all that stuff,
Yeah, it's interesting. It's something we kind of know, or like he noticed, like one day going through Morph Market, like
Yeah.
just literally, yeah.
I was just.
It's
you
an
know.
interesting theory. Like it seems to hold true, where you get that
It seems to flip it.
that color
in
flip.
albino.
It's weird.
weird.
It's really weird. Yeah. But
I think Lesser does the same thing, by the way. Lesser and butter to get, But anyways, so hey, when you guys are out there, say you're at, a party or something, somebody's got the karaoke machine going. What song are you guys singing on that karaoke machine? And John, you too.
I don't know. I'll tell you. Okay, let me answer that first. You guys think about it real quick. I'm not to like interrupt, but it's a real funny story. So I sang "Money" for karaoke once at a bar. Then it got to the solo, and the solo was like 4 minutes on of the guitar solo. I'm like, and the saxophone solo and all that stuff. Like, I'm just standing there. Like, oh my god. But I like "Money" from Pink Floyd. But yeah, don't do that for karaoke. Otherwise, you just cut off at the guitar solo. Be like, yeah. Don't do that.
Whenever I do karaoke, I did karaoke at Home Depot. Remember when I did SWV Rain? Oh my God, I probably sounded terrible, but I thought I sounded good at the time. But when I go and do karaoke, I probably would do Anita Baker, any Anita Baker song, because I love Anita Baker and I'm an alto, so I'm not trying to hit no crazy notes. So I'm gonna keep it in range. So Anita Baker or Stevie Wonder, my go-tos.
Oh, yeah. Both of those are good.
All right.
I feel like all mine would be like, I don't know.
I don't know. I like a lot of classic rock. Like I really do. Like if I'm gonna sing something, like I like doing a lot of classic rock. I'll probably do like a Jimi Hendrix song or something. To be honest, I love Jimi Hendrix so much.
So
another
guitar solo though.
I know. I can't help it.
I would try AC/DC. Which is like by far the hardest one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all into it.
Exactly. It'd be very entertaining.
Man, so besides snakes, guys, what are you guys into? Like anything outside of the snakes and the hobby?
Art.
Art.
I want
All
to
right.
make art. Draw, paint, make things.
Nice. Yeah, I love that stuff too, for sure.
Yeah. I have a page where I had I was doing art at one point. I might, pick it back up when I get the time, but it's so hard to find time, honestly.
Right. Yeah. All right. That's cool. And like, what about you, T? What's the sorts of things besides like snakes? Like, if you weren't doing snakes, is there anything that you would be doing?
Watching sports. Yeah. I always say that I knew he was serious about the snakes when it stopped being. He would get home from work and turn on YouTube and watch ESPN sports all day until we watch a show, and then there's more sports and then bed. So when it stopped being sports and being snakes, I knew that this is what he really wanted to do. So,
Tim, do you play fantasy?
I used to.
You used to? Yeah. Man, my last 3 years, I have done horrible. First 2 years, I was getting first and then third, and then last 3 years, nothing. I don't know. I need to pick new people.
Yeah. I tried doing fantasy a couple years ago. It's really fun. I really do like it. It's fun.
So fantasy, instead of fantasy football or fantasy basketball, you choose your team, and it's you don't choose one team, you just choose your favorite players, and it goes by the stats. So I don't.
Absolutely, and I see. I do like fantasy, like doing fantasy football and a little bit of fantasy basketball. But man, I always lose. I pick my favorite players, and I don't pick by stats. That's a horrible way to play fantasy, guys. Don't pick by your favorite players. Pick by
I
what's
came in
gonna
first
win.
in fantasy basketball. Last time I did it, I won the whole thing. But football is too much because you got to watch the waiver wire and all that. Like,
Oh,
then
absolutely.
each week, then you got
Man.
basketball is every day. But football, it's not every day. So
Right.
I need that constant stimulation. So basketball is a lot easier for me as far as doing fantasy football. But I mean fantasy.
Yeah, the football, man. When you did play the football, were you playing like a PPR league, like points per reception? Because those make it way more difficult too. Because then it's who's getting the ball most, and like I don't know. I like the basketball ones; just seem more simple to me. I'm like I like doing those.
They're fun. Yeah, they're fun.
The football ones you can do once and go all season. You know, like I guess you can with basketball too, but I always end up doing the like 1-game ones.
I
would go much more basketball. I mean, past couple years, I haven't watched that much sports. I wish I did, but you just got to have someone to watch it with. You know, for me, like I like being around people when I watch sports. It's so much more fun. But I used to like the fantasy stuff and like the sports book stuff a little bit. That stuff's fun. You know, DraftKings also.
Yeah, the DraftKings stuff. I was gonna start doing some of those for like the UFC fights and stuff on DraftKings. They have like you can bet on who's gonna win and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I'd never tried DraftKings. I think I think you get like a certain amount of points and you like for players or something like that.
Well, they have you can go to any like sporting thing. DraftKings is huge now.
Oh my god, yeah.
To where you can even I think they do prop bets too. Where it's like you don't even have to have like bet on who's gonna win a fight. You can bet on like if Lil Wayne's gonna come out wearing a shirt. You know, like literally the weirdest bets. It's pretty cool.
I'm not good at gambling. To me, gambling, I'm basically freaking donating. Those are donations for me. I can't win a gambling. I just lost a bet. I lost a bet to freaking Derek over the in the NBA finals last year. So I got to give him make a super grab him for him this year.
Ooh, heck yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I could have won that freaking bet. Ah, man, I could have. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so this is going to be a new segment of our show. Basically,
we got to go to a brief commercial break, guys. Sorry to cut you guys off, but we're going to quick commercial break. You guys ready?
At Snick Express, we share your passion. Whether your balls are big or small, we ship them all. Day or night, rain or shine, we make sure your balls come on time. At Snick Express, we always go the distance for you, not exceeding 10 miles. At Snick Express, we bust our balls so you don't have to.
Who doth knock on the royal door?
Snake Express, bro. I got your snake.
Ah, another royal python. Thank you.
for the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome. What for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no challenge for champions and chain no fear. Yeah, the champ is here.
Ever need a drink after a good workout? Let me see my rep the cool. Stay cool, rep the cool.
Oh my God.
What's up, y'all?
Oh man, that was dope.
I
Like,
hope you guys like the commercial break.
people have been like, giving me praise for my commercial, and I appreciate it so much. But your commercial takes the cake. Those are hilarious.
We've been talking about doing stuff like this for a while. Like it's pretty cool to like finally be able to start making them. Like it's so fun, we all get into it all hardcore and crazy.
I like the way it comes on like a real commercial break, like a real set of commercials. Like that's cool.
That's see, I knew it. Yeah, thank you for that, for real.
Yeah,
and they're all like, no, do one at a time. I was like, nah, you want it into like a group, like you're watching TV,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a commercial break.
And people don't watch TV anymore. We don't watch TV anymore.
Exactly.
When we do, we don't watch commercials. So that was like really nostalgic and really, really dope.
Yeah, thank you. Goofy Snake Express was so funny.
That Snake Express was funny. Like 10 miles, we go to distance for you. 10 miles, we don't bust our balls. So we bust our balls. So you don't have to.
Not exceeding 10 miles.
Like that was the puns were on point. That was dope.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, we've been like coming up with like
more to come, guys.
Yeah, more to come. Like every week we're at least trying to get a couple more in, like at least maybe like 2, and then we can start rotating some out and stuff. But it's fun, and everybody who joined us, I hope you like that, guys. And if you are just joining now, we have Keys Constrictors on with us tonight. Super amazing. Thank you again, guys. So
I see my brother in the chat.
Nice.
Bosa.
Heck yeah.
So, as you guys are aware of, at the moment, is Brian Barczyk has cancer, unfortunately. I know like everyone's been, really trying to rally up around him. Do you guys have any thoughts, on all that stuff going on?
It's good for that everybody's coming together and supporting them. That's what's up.
Yeah.
For sure.
You can tell about the community, like when the community comes together for something like this, like that's when you really get to see, how deep, this all goes. And it's not just about the animals, it's about the actual community, all of us caring about each other. So
absolutely. And I mean, he's responsible for so much of this community and how it is now, So, I mean, I feel like it's always, never forget the legends, it's sad to see what he's going through, and, hopefully there's a light, that he gets through it. If not, are you guys going to stay watching for his son and all that stuff? Like, I'm interested to see where he goes with it if the worst happens, I'm too optimistic sometimes. Like, I feel like there's going to be a miracle, but it's like sometimes you have to face. Man, I don't know. It's really tough, man. That's really tough, man. I can't even imagine being in those shoes, Yeah. I mean, either way, even all right, so say Brian does make it through this and he lives another 20 years, eventually his son will take over either way.
Yeah.
Right. So,
because he's building an aquarium too.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking was now they're going to the aquarium and stuff. I seen a thing about him selling a bunch of his snakes. I don't know. It was just like
I think it's
colubrids. I think they're still keeping the ball pythons going, but so it's sad to see, but I think it's important for us to see, you know, because one day we can all pass too, and what are we going to pass on to our kids, you know? And like, in my mind, it got me kind of thinking like, okay, I want to make sure that whatever I got is structured in case the worst does happen, you know? So, I mean, sad moment. Sorry, but you know, I don't know.
My mother died of cancer a few years ago, so I know how it is, and I still think about it every day.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So speaking of like community and everything, so you host Hair Down Fridays with the usual suspects. Now, how did that all come into be? Like, I know some people kind of know the story a little bit, but you know, can you tell us a little bit about that and you know, who are the usual suspects and things like that?
Yeah, it started from first we do another show called Balls and Things we do on Wednesdays, and it was like a serious show. So we and I wanted to do something else that was more laid back and like fun, and I wanted to do it with my friends. So and it was like even still our videos that we do, we try to do it like no it's no, we just do it no cutting, we just do it like that. So if it's like a blooper, then it's just a blooper, or if I mess up, we just mess up. But so I still wanted to have that effect on the show, like, yo, what we can do, whatever we want to do, say we want to say, just have fun, let our hair down. That's what I was telling her the story of, like, yeah, I just want to sit back and let my hair down. I was like, yo, that's a good title. I think so I hit up a couple of my friends, like with Constrictors. I was like, look, I got this idea, I want to do it. So he was down, Patrick Dragon Soul, he was down. There was a couple people that we were cool, and we used to be in other chats together. And I was like, Eric was actually the first person that Eric he was the first person to jump on with me. Like we was on it for like maybe an hour, or like maybe like half hour before anybody else. We was on it for anybody else jumped on. And then after that, it became a thing. We just did it every week.
Yeah, man. And like, so with your channel and everything, like, do you have like any goals down the road? Like, are you trying to do anything? Like, I mean, man, like you built that, and like, I think that's amazing. I think that's the best part of every Friday. Like, do you think if you got monetized that you would do something like that full time with the snakes and everything? Like, is Keysha Constrictors no, I know you're monetized, but like,
if it starts paying the bills, basically.
Yeah, I'm talking about yeah. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, we know what you mean.
Like, we'll make a full living off of it.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I'm all like
Mr. Beast style. Yeah, you guys imagine going like full Mr. Beast style and just having like almost $1 billion?
That'd be crazy.
That would be wild.
I wouldn't even want that much money.
We did not.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because when you get that much money, there's like a huge responsibility with it as well. It's like, oof, man, you could kill yourself.
The type of person I am, I wouldn't even.
He would give it away.
I would give it away. That's just the way I am. So that's why I don't have that money. God knows what they're giving me, because like my whole thing in life, period, man, and just me, is other people. I am like, I care about people in general, and that was my main thing with Hair Down, man. I just wanted to put people on. Like I had my show, and I'm saying I had my show. I'm good. I want my other people to shine. So that's why even still out, like right here, right now, we talking. So I don't mind. I talk. But Hair Down, I don't even want to talk that much. I'm saying that's why when I do show snakes, I'm like, get me off, man, because it ain't about me, it's about everybody else. Right. I'm saying? Like I always been like since I was a little cat, man, always been, for whatever reason, like center of attention. Like, and I moved around, like wherever I went to, it was like people just gravitated towards me, like, which was crazy because I never really liked it. My thing was like, I get too much attention. Let's give somebody else some attention. Let's give somebody else attention. And I always was like, never where I was at, everything that happened ended up being the person in charge of shit. Like, for whatever reason, used to hate that. Like, oh man.
He is a natural born leader. Like I said, I've known him for half my life. I'm 40 now. I met him when I was 20. So he's just, people gravitate towards him, and he's good at bringing people together. He always has been.
I remember we was
gonna do a show. When you guys gonna do a show? Like actually, like have your snake set up at the show?
Oh gosh, that's something that we thought we wanted.
You must not pay attention, man. I like holding snakes back.
I know.
Man,
I know. That's
years. I'm being greedy right now.
So when we first started,
that is probably a hard thing. Like I only had one clutch, but I wanted to keep everything. Like I'll start pairing again soon and everything, but yeah, I'm sure that's a struggle. Where you just want to hold it all back.
At least all the females.
Well, I mean, not just that, but I do got to get a bunch of males, so I got to.
I'm about to have a little fire.
Like when you're at a show, you're going and visiting everybody, and everybody knows you. That's why I was saying, like, hey, when you gonna finally start actually vending? Because I know that it's just gonna be everybody flocking to yours right away, because they all know you.
Yeah. We have so much fun going to everybody else's booth and walking around and talking to people and filming. Right. We can't even imagine sitting still for a whole show behind the table. Like
I can't even walk a whole show that much anymore. That was hard to walk a whole show. Like by the time there's certain people that I have to talk to, and I'll sit there and I'll talk to them for like an hour, 2 hours, and then next thing I know, the show is about over. Like, all right, I got to get home.
Right.
But I say like 3-4 years. I don't know. I don't want to rush the process. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. 3 or 4 years. That's cool.
No, I feel that for sure. Like, yeah, I think as long as you enjoy the whole time, like, yeah, you got to make sure you don't get burnt out, and or you overdo it, and all of a sudden you got all these extra snakes, and you got to find buy extra racks and all this and that. Like, that's, I don't know. Like, I'm still like super super small, but I'm trying to pace myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm still small. Eventually I'd like to be able to do it kind of on a much bigger scale and everything, but I'm enjoying it, while I'm at it. And that's why I'm doing, trying to do the podcast, because that's something for me to do every week, meet new people, kind of like work on myself, work on, other skills and things like that, while the ball pythons are just like in the racks. But eventually I want to be able to.
Getting too many is troublesome as well, because you end up, like just literally cleaning tubs 24/7. You're like, oh man, I'm cleaning tubs, like too many for one person without actually making money back. Being able to afford an employee, heck yeah, you can have a gang of snakes then, but not having somebody who do it with you, it's like, hey, how much do you really want to clean up snake and rat turds?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I like I'm trying to go with like a concentrated amount of snakes, like 30 in my holdback racks,
Oh, okay.
But like all good, like all like have good genes in them and stuff, and combos and stuff like that to kind of work them for a few years before I start to really think like, okay, I've made X amount, or I can, I have a better cleaning system now to where I can clean tubs quicker. Because that's one thing, like, man, when I clean tubs, it takes a while. I handle the snakes, I mess with them, I can't help it. Like,
yeah, he's got to take them all outside and everything. Yeah. But what are you guys working on this year? What are you most excited about? And what are you guys working on right now?
I'm doing a couple visual projects, but mostly I'm working on doubles and triples, hets and stuff like that. And I got right in some POS. I'm doing 2 clutches of POS quad heads. That's why I got to hold everything back. Even like most of the males, I got to hold back. I got to see what I can make.
Yeah, that's, man. But that's sometimes the only way you can get that stuff is by going like the POS route. Otherwise the prices are crazy. So you gotta be resourceful and like, oh, let me just hold all these. I'm gonna get one of them to do it. Like one of them's gonna prove out.
Somebody's gonna prove out. Then I can hold them back.
Right.
All right. So I want to ask like a couple like off the wall questions. So my question for you, it's just like icebreaker sort of thing, is if you could hybridize any two animals in the world, what would they be? Like they could be like a panda and an eagle or something if you wanted to. It's a weird question.
Say if I could have two.
Hybridize.
No, you can hybridize them. Yeah, you can cross any two animals.
I never thought about something like that.
I know it's a weird question for sure.
It's hard because my two favorite animals are so similar. It wouldn't even make sense to put them together.
Okay.
What would it be?
I would. My two favorite animals are beavers and otters because they're just so cute. And
Yeah, I mean that's a similar animal, right?
People used to talk about my teeth and say that I was like a beaver, but I thought beavers were like I like beavers.
Bugs Bunny teeth.
I like beavers, so like okay. But yeah. But I think I love how they make their home and then they how they're very family oriented, and I just imagine all their little rooms inside the dam, and like I just love them. So whatever I put together, it would definitely have some beaver aspects, like a platypus. Like that's already you got a bunch of weird.
That's like a beaver otter already. Beaver otter duck thing.
Yeah. So it's already pre-done for me. You didn't think of that?
Yeah, I can't think of that.
That's a crazy question.
Yeah.
A giraffe and a
that's a Milo
and a
question.
seal. His daughter most of his kids are very, very good at art. But one of his children does that. They'll take two things. And you can say anything.
Two of anything, and
they'll put it together and make a picture, and it's so cool. They have dope. Sketchbooks full of just creatures.
You can name two of anything.
Yeah, she said, just give me something, and I said ice cream and a rabbit, and she made me like an ice cream rabbit, and it was so cool. So
that's
we're asking the wrong people. We don't have that imagination.
My imagination sucks. I'm gonna tell you that now. I can write. I'm a writer. I'm a writer by nature. Yeah, that's playing stuff.
Okay.
Like the
it's logical.
I'm a real logical thinker. So this is just like, man, I can't see that. It's illogical to me. Like it just doesn't make no sense. So yeah, I can't. The way my brain works, I can't do that.
I think today I'm gonna go with a dog spider.
Like a spider as big as the dog, or
what the heck?
What size?
I don't know.
That's scary.
I don't know. You imagine it how you want.
To be small like a spider.
I was kind of thinking like the size of a dog, but can like climb anything. Like what would a dog with 8 legs look like that can climb like anything?
Nah, if they got the different all the extra legs, and they got all that. Yeah.
Weird.
Yes, darling.
I would still want the dog head though. I would still want the dog head.
I got a good one.
Because spider heads you don't want to pet.
How about like a piranha frog? Like mix a piranha with a frog.
Because the frog's gonna get outside. I mean, it's gonna be out the land, on the land.
Yeah, I know. But like a frog.
That's what I'm thinking. Like everything, I think like, man, it'll be bad. Like I don't want.
Yeah.
Danger.
Hey, I think a spider dog would be real helpful.
You can't see a unicorn.
Oh yeah, you can ask yourself.
Spider dogs could help save stranded climbers on mountains.
I'd be scared. I got bit by a dog the other day, guys. I got bit by a pit bull.
And it was just a regular dog.
Right in my bite. 3 houses down. The pit bull comes out of the yard, bites me on the leg. Like, oh my God, man. A spider dog would be my worst nightmare.
It might be venomous or
my legs been all stiff.
Ooh, that's a good question. I would hope it wouldn't be venomous.
I don't want it to make webs. Like, imagine you walk into a room and there's just like a web with like a dog spider just sitting there in the corner. Like, it just opens up a whole lot of.
Over there in the corner, pooping the web.
Oh gosh.
Keeping the web.
Let's stick with like my beaver otter.
Yeah.
That's more manageable.
It's a better. All right.
You feel like
Next segment.
You want to feel like asking her?
I actually already
I
asked
know,
him my
I
signature
know.
question.
All right, yeah, I know. You're on his show.
Yeah, it's a Brontosaurus and a
I was like,
Stegosaurus. Was it a
yeah.
Stegosaurus or a Triceratops? You were jumping between two, if I remember.
That's
For
funny.
me?
Keysha.
Oh, Keysha.
Keysha.
Because she made a joke to Philosophosaurus. Like you said, the Philosophosaurus.
Oh yeah.
The joke.
Yeah.
I was reading the chat. Where are we at now?
No, because John was talking about me asking my question about the dinosaurs, and I was like, I already asked them. We know that.
Yeah, I love that question so much because we all grew up with dinosaurs or some sort of fascination, with them or reading about them or whatever. So I love that question, but.
I was just recently telling one of my kids that was like one of my dream jobs. Like when I was a kid, I wanted to be an archaeologist, and they were like, "You just wanted to, play in the dirt." And I said, "Yes, yes, I did. I wanted to, have a little." It just seemed like a cool thing to do. I think most I don't want to say nerdy kids, but most kids who are like into animals and stuff like that. That's veterinarian, zookeeper.
Absolutely.
That's what I wanted to be. But so I kind of am doing something like that with animals, so it worked out.
And we had Jurassic Park growing up, so it was like he was digging. And did you guys see nowadays they have like fake dinosaur bones in like a clay thing where you gotta chip it out and everything? Yeah. It's like a kid's toy. I was like, oh man, I wish we had that as a kid.
Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the book was good.
I know one of the places I've always wanted to visit was La Brea Tar Pits. Like that fascinated me as a kid.
Yeah,
the whole,
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be sick. Well, we have one more segment, guys. This is Pass or Gas. The object of this game is to just say whether you would pass or gas on the items that I show you. Now we switched it up from animals to a bunch of random stuff. You guys will see. You guys will see. So for pass or gas, we have gingerbread M&Ms.
Gas. Not because it's probably good, but because I try almost every M&M because that's the type of person I am. I gotta try.
I do not like gingerbread that much.
I don't even really like gingerbread.
I'll pass.
I don't like gingerbread, but I will try the M&Ms.
Hey,
it'd probably be all right.
It might be all right. We have hot tamale peeps.
Oh no!
Pass.
I don't like hot stuff like that.
I love hot stuff, but peeps.
I don't want it either.
I want those.
Imagine what that tastes like. I don't need to taste it.
It's like a giant hot tamale that doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Because that's like one of the downsides of hot tamales,
I love hot tamales, but I hate peeps. I hate marshmallow stuff.
You hate peeps?
I hate peeps, guys.
Yeah, word, me too.
I got some pickle flavored cotton candy.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, she wildin'.
Yes.
Pickle flavored cotton candy. Bugging.
I mean, you gotta think about it.
I did.
Okay, cotton candy, you got the texture of it, right? It's usually sweet. Pickles and it's not too spicy, it's not too savory, it's just pickles. We know what pickles. I'm interested. Is that real?
Yeah, all of these are real products.
These are real products. I think half of these are on Amazon.
I mean, I'm not against it at all. I'm for it. Yeah.
Birthdays, gag gifts.
Gag
gifts. Gag.
All right. How about this next one?
Emphasis on gag.
It is Fruity Pebbles flavored syrup. Miss Buttersworth, Fruity Pebbles flavored syrup.
Yes. Y'all don't understand. This man knows how greedy I am.
Keysha.
I will try almost anything once.
Me too. I will. Yeah. I will too.
Why?
There's nothing where I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna try that. Like, I gotta try. Like,
I can imagine it's not that great.
I have a vivid imagination for food, and a syrup that tastes like Fruity Pebbles is just like a sweet type syrup. So that's
she actually did a couple videos before, like her testing cereal.
I used to, on my channel, I used to like try different cereals. I tried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tried Pop-Tart cereal. My kids had me eat a Sour Patch Kids cereal.
Yeah.
I lost the footage, but Sour Patch Kids cereal is exactly what it sounds like it would taste like. And it wasn't that terrible. It wasn't that terrible. I'll never eat it again, but it wasn't that terrible.
Yeah.
The kids liked it. They're crazy. My kids are worse than me.
Yeah, so funny. Your kids might like this. I see Ecto Cooler.
Yes. I dream of that flavor. I can still taste that flavor now. The Ecto.
Oh, word.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was just it was orange, but something about it just tasted it was better than orange, like flavored juice. Ecto Cooler was in my lunchbox every day.
I remember that stuff too.
Early 90s.
For a long time. I don't remember what it tastes like very much, but
I remember, man.
I assume it's like an orange. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's orange, dude. It's orange for sure.
Very, very sweet and very. Oh man,
that was dope, man. You speak
Ecto Cooler.
Yes, I used to drink sugar water back in the day, so that was
Ecto Cooler is like, oh man.
Chill.
All right. So these are cheddar barbecue, like wrap chips or something.
Cheddar
barbecue. Cheddar.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie.
I love any type of cheddar chips.
Pass.
I'm for, because my favorite chips are the fruit stripes. No, pass. They don't keep the flavor.
Fruit stripes.
They don't keep flavor.
Gotta go.
They don't keep.
And they always
it's like that's 5 minutes.
Too,
that's why I have so many. That's why I have so many sticks of gum, because you gotta like.
Gotta keep
like.
Yep.
Yeah.
They have the jokes on there though too. That was cool about those.
I'd rather do Bazooka Joe and get the jokes from there and have gum that lasts for at least 10 minutes.
Hey, when we were kids, we didn't have Google like that.
That's true. That's true.
That was your sneaky way of getting good jokes.
Yeah.
All right, we got some Mexican street corn flavored Cheetos.
I'm good.
I will try. I like Mexican street
that's
corn.
actually really good.
I bet it is real good. All right, how
I'm not
about
a Cheetos fan, but
Warhead's flavor pickle?
Oh, Warhead's pickle.
Sour.
No,
See,
I'm good
I
on
would
that.
try that. I would try that just because.
Try
See how
that
sour it is. Yeah, I would try that. See how sour it is.
I would take a bite of his. I would not spend my money on that. So that's like a gas pass.
A gas pass.
I don't know. I like Warheads. Pickles are good. That's all right. All right. So we're kind of switching it up a little bit. Bass Pro Shops.
Oh, we were just talking about that yesterday. We was just over there.
Oh.
I've only been in one time, and I think it was by mistake. So probably pass. I like the little hats that the kids are wearing, where it says Bass Pro Shops, but they probably don't even shop there. It's just like the cool thing to wear.
Yeah.
I think that's cute, because I was a kid one time too, and we would just, random brands. Carhartt. You're in high school, you're wearing Carhartt, you haven't worked a day in your life, so I get it.
Right.
I like that aspect of it.
I like Bass Pro Shop, like to go there. They usually have like really big fish tanks there. Like huge fish tanks.
They got some cool stuff.
I've never even been to Bass Pro Shop.
I think I wandered into it.
It looks cool, man. Like the Anna building looks kind of cool, but nah, that's not for me.
All right. Next, we got Nirvana.
Okay, I like Nirvana.
Yeah.
Smells like Teen Spirit in this motherfucker.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite songs.
It's gonna be some random stuff. All right. Backstreet Boys.
Yeah. I don't listen to them. I mean, did I say pass?
I like Backstreet Boys. Like, chill,
did you hear the tone of my voice was happy?
I
meant gas.
Backstreet Boys.
I prefer NSYNC. We were listening to NSYNC. I had to listen to NSYNC on a road trip.
Boy, JT.
I prefer them, but Backstreet Boys are cool too.
Backstreet Boys.
All right.
Am I yelling? Am I yelling?
No, you're good.
You sound good.
Oh man,
good.
hell yeah, boy! Stop playing. That's a fucking boy. Hell yeah, Jake.
Instant classic.
Oh, it is?
Off-season. J. Cole, the off-season.
Gas in theory. I haven't listened to a lot of his stuff, but I'm sure he's
it's all
great.
fire. You don't have to do anything that's not fire. You can't help it.
I've heard a few of his songs, and they're all good.
100% fire.
Yeah, you can say anything that's gonna be fire. He can say fire.
Yeah.
That motherfucker said fire, son.
Hey, do you ever see RDC World 1?
Oh my
Seen that on
God,
Saturday.
yes.
Yeah.
God,
Y'all
oh my God.
motherfucker.
All right.
You don't know what fast. You don't know the difference past the gas. John Wick, the dude. John Wick's the goat, man. I love John Wick.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah, for
God.
sure.
Straight.
Man, and the fact that he does all that training like himself and stuff, like that dude is
Oh my
legit.
God.
Like,
Yo,
We were watching
this
it,
joint
like,
is long, man.
this
It's
man
so
in his 60s, gotta be at least. Keanu Reeves gotta be 50 something, 60 something. And just
I
the
think
one
he's late
thing,
40s.
I
But
have a lot of respect for him. I used to joke about his acting skills back in the day, even though I loved Bill and Ted, Excellent Adventures, and all that.
Right.
I used to joke that he was like, he would just be the one character all the time. But I respect John Wick so much.
That's Nicholas Cage.
yeah, absolutely. He's like the one actor that if stuff was really going down and all you had known was like action TV stars and be like, this guy's gonna help me, he would actually do it. Like he could actually help you and fight off a gang of bad guys, you know?
Crazy.
Oh yeah,
Crazy.
that's what I said. We asked her some question. I said, if John Wick got the gun, then he just what else? That was the question you did. You asked.
Oh yeah.
Like if John Wick got the gun, hell yeah, man, I'll take on anybody.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And I know what the difference between gas and pass is now.
Sure, she does.
Yeah, I know, right? Next
Wait,
up.
Pass.
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 All right, that was a hard
Party
pass. All right.
Pass.
NASCAR.
Pass. Easy pass. Pass.
Pass them both.
Pass.
I'd rather go to Bass Pro Shops.
Pass. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Their team. But when I was in
all right, so who's your team?
I like
See,
Jamie
we
and Ace Ventura. And
Yeah. And Ace Ventura, yeah.
Ace Ventura. That's my dude.
So who's your team?
The Commanders.
All right.
You almost said
Don't say
Redskins.
that.
You almost said
Wait.
Redskins.
They're horrible.
it wasn't okay. It was somebody's
It
team.
used to be called the Washington Football Team.
That's what it was. Okay. Yeah, something like
Yeah. They went through like 3 changes.
Yeah, man. Oh,
I think they settled on the last one though, but I even bought
I don't know
him
why
one.
I feel like they should have went with the Comanches instead of the Commanders.
They can't have that. They can't do a cheat
Why?
code. That's why they got rid of the first one.
that's the racist part.
Yeah.
But see, a Comanche was a Native American warrior, where a Redskin was like them talking shit about them. You know, like it was different thing.
I think they just wanted to stay away from that altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sad.
How about Furbies?
No.
Yeah.
What's Angel like little gremlins, I swear.
No. I had
All
one.
right.
I had one and it overheated and it just went crazy, and the smell of the burning batteries, it was a bad look. So I shouldn't even have bought it because they're creepy to begin with. So pass. An actual pass.
Just has a Furby.
Still,
How about glow sticks?
yes, those were fun back in the day.
Yeah.
They lasted about as long as
You go to the race.
I know, that's like
as
not
the
that
pizza
long.
gun did,
Right.
but
Yeah.
All right, so I got 2
I
more
like the
for you.
bracelets. I used to love the
This
bracelets.
is a 26-pound edible gummy party python, 306
That's a
servings.
lot.
That's a lot. I love gummies, but chill.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Gummies. Now, when we
That
say
is way
gummies,
too
we mean the
big.
kind from Walmart. Like, we get the bags of the gummy bears from
Yeah.
Walmart.
Sometimes.
Hey,
you know
so
what
I
I'm
feel like
saying?
when it gets too big like that, it's probably going to be nasty. It's probably not going to be like the good kind of gummy anyways. I don't know,
It's
like,
gonna get all
you
hard
know,
after
there's
2
different
days.
types
You
of gummy
open it,
where
it gets
I feel like it's going to be that sticky gummy that like just stuck to your teeth when you're eating,
It's
real
too-
bad.
My problem with it is that it's too exposed to the air. Once you're biting into it, you
Yeah.
got your saliva on it. Stuff is sticking to
Word
it.
up,
Dust.
you better-
Yeah, good point.
I can't
Good
do
point.
it.
Never have your pocket full of gummy
Come on, boy.
gummy worms.
Yeah, you might as well be eating like.
Boy.
So that's definitely a pass.
Yeah.
All right, last one up. I forgot to crop it out. We got some good old Baja Blasts.
Oh, we drink that all the time.
Drink that.
I forgot to
Yeah,
crop
get
that
that
one out.
on Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Baja Blast.
Yeah.
this is
Straight
fun.
up. Well, that is
Gas.
Pastor
The
Gas.
Mogwai
guys.
turn into
Thanks so
Gremlin.
much. We had to switch it
Or
up this
Coke.
week. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's a little bit
Oh,
different
darling,
than
you
just
passed
doing
on the Baja
animals.
Blast.
What do you say? I'm sorry?
Baja Blast.
Oh.
I was
I know.
Oh, my bad.
sorry. I'm sorry.
But heck yeah, guys.
All right.
That was a great show.
Yeah, it was. Hold on one second.
It's still
Did you want to do the
What's up?
sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. So we're gonna go into another quick little commercial break, and then we'll kind of wrap it up after that.
It's the same ones from
It's the same ones.
Sorry.
Hey, if you guys are,
That's fine. They
all
were
right.
funny.
That's fine.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
So, for everybody who missed this is our commercial break time.
It's like SpongeBob.
At Snick Express, we share your passion. Whether your balls are big or small, we ship them all. Day or night, rain or shine, we make sure your balls come on time. At Snick Express, we always go the distance for you, not exceeding 10 miles. At Snake Express, we bust our balls so you don't have to.
Who doth knock on the royal door?
Snake Express, bro. I got your snake.
Ah, another royal python. Thank you. For the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I should overcome. What for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no channel for champions and chain no fear. Yeah, the champ is here.
Ever need a drink after a good workout? Let me see my rep the cool. Stay cool, rep the cool.
Whoa, wowin'. I get some John Wick.
All right.
Hey, Steve, you better watch you some John Wick, man.
We're sitting here reading the comics.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Charlie's
yeah,
fucking
man.
I'm like,
I
Ellie,
wanna
what
go
drink?
see it.
What?
I gotta go
No,
see
man,
the
I
movie.
grew up cold.
Yeah, hey, don't
was-
say
that
nothing
was-
about it.
that was my
I was
playlist.
literally gonna see it like tomorrow or the next day. So I'm like, hey, I want to hit.
Oh, you gotta see it. Tough.
Oh, I know it's gonna be
Very
pure
good, the
fire.
whole way through.
Pure fire.
That's gonna be awesome.
So,
I'm
hey, is
saying
there
at least
anything
6
you guys
times
wanna
during the
leave?
movie. I said this movie is crazy in a good
Mhm.
way. But go ahead,
Heck
Mr.
yeah.
I got Justice for a baby. Bam! Jess, I'm putting you on blast, girl. Just said that.
Nice.
That's pretty funny. So that pretty much wraps up our show, guys. But is there anything that you want to leave with anybody who's going to be watching this video or who's watching right now?
Oh, subscribe to the channel. Check us out
There you go,
Wednesdays
subscribe.
and Fridays.
Hey,
Head
Ken.
up, Friday.
If you don't dinner time, both shows. On Thursdays, make sure you check out the homie Hurt Collectors. Such Conversations, man. On Saturdays, check out the Sis at 1 p.m. Check out the homie Wiz at 10 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Times. I'm sorry. Anybody else that's not using
On
standard time?
Saturday.
On Saturday.
Saturday,
10 p.m.
Before our show on
Sophisticated
Friday.
Before our show on Friday, check out Kershawn's show. Please do that.
FNA balls.
On Sundays at 4:20. And everybody's time zone 4:20. You know what I'm saying? So you have to 4:20 if they get them off. So you make sure you check that out. Kent is going a new show. I don't know if he told anybody. He got a new morning show he's going to do on Thursdays too. That's his show on Saturday.
Nicole has a morning show on Monday.
On Mondays too. I didn't get
we going in
going to order, but but Nicole, 2 P's in the podcast at 8 a.m. on Mondays, man. Y'all know what to do, man. So you're suspect doing it. All to the whole watch.
Well, straight up, next week, guys, we have Derek's Reptiles coming on. But other than that, T and Keysha, thank you so much for coming on. I know it's like a little bit different show today, but we're switching it up. We're trying to get better every week. But if you guys just hang tight really quick, and then we'll wrap it up.
And in a couple hours, I'm gonna start a late night snake bites. Make sure you guys jump over to my channel. We'll do a late night show for a few hours. See what's going on tonight.
The after party. You guys do that.
2 hours. What time you going? Like 11 o'clock?
Yeah, probably. Well, probably like 2 hours from now, I would assume. So yeah, like. Well, it'd be 11 for you, yeah.
I'm gonna be going to bed. I might not be on too much. I might sit up like an hour.
We're gonna be in bed in an hour.
Sometimes we just let it run. Sometimes we put it on and we be knocked out.
You go to bed.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right. Well, everybody in the chat, make sure you like the video. Go subscribe to Keys. Make sure you subscribe to Heads or Tails. Like I said, we got Derek's Reptiles on next week, but we are out.
Thanks, guys.
Call your mom.